All right, so here's the last one, and it's the bigger package. So I also wanted video proof of this, of me opening the package. So one of the problems is that this is from Jason the Train Freak via Steve Anderson. Okay, so this box was sent to him as the original box that I sent everything to him in, and then it came back. Well, it decided to have a party in Memphis, apparently. And then it got up to just like 10 miles away from me, and for some reason, they could not, under any circumstances, get the thing to my house. So since they couldn't get it to my house, I finally just gave up and had them drop it at my local FedEx. So I don't know what their problem was, but for some reason they could not get it to where it needed to go to. Okay, so these are some of the things that I sent to him and he sent back, which are some of the speakers that I had, which I could probably use in something else, or I can sell. But, so Jason and I made a little bit of a trade, and we'll run these on another video, because I'm not ready to run stuff yet. Wow, that's dark. So, in case people have not seen my stuff before, so these are the engines that I had Jason do for me. Okay. So this one is one of the Jeep 38-2s, which will be renumbered after I get this done. This one was one of his easy ones. All he had to do was actually drop in the decoder. And I told him he could do a video on what he had to do for all these things if he wanted to as well, but I don't think he took me up on it. This is another one that also just had a decoder dropped into it. It's another Atlas Silver Train Man series, 38.2, in the right colors that I wanted. So that gives me 2 more DC operated trains. I just have to put some decals on them and renumber them. So this one, I believe Jason had to do a little bit more work to it, if I remember. This box got the crap beat out of it. Oh, somehow it got peanuts in there. Yeah, Sparky, I'm sorry I didn't get that very many peanuts for you. But on this one, he actually had to put some lights in. He put the front lights in, put in the sound system, put in some speakers. I think he had to put speakers in the other ones. And I believe he drilled out and put lights in the back, because this only had front lights. It didn't have back lights. Okay, so he had to do a little bit of work on this one. I love that. No access. It's just a cover. This is a Manitou. What do you expect? The funny thing about this, this is going to stay. I am probably going to redesignate this as a BNSF out of the Burlington. Keep it kind of like this, but dirty it all up. Because after I finally found this Jeep 20, which took me a long time, Athearn decided to make a Jeep 20, a GP20, in the G&W color scheme. So I'll be able to use that as a G&W color scheme. So we'll find out what's going to happen with this Jeep 20. Who knows what. But he had to do a bit of work on it. Now this one, I still have to do some work on it because Jason didn't feel good about doing some of the things. So this is a Jeep 40, an FEC unit. Now this FEC unit, you can see here, still has all the stuff's got to go back on the front of it, which is good. I just felt it was easier to keep it off of there. Apparently this one gave him a lot of trouble. But the good thing is I gave him experience, so he should thank me for that. So he had to hard solder these, which he didn't mind hard soldering them and all that kind of stuff. However, he had a challenge, I believe, with the lights. I think he put lights in the back too. I think this one might not have had lights, I forget. But one of the problems is in order to put the speaker in there, he actually had to go in and do a bunch of work to get the speaker in there. I'm hoping that it's right. He either had to spend a whole bunch of time getting the speaker into this one, or he needed to get the speaker into that one, into the Jeep 20. But either way, he did all of those things. We came up with a very, I will say Jason charges a very, very good price. And I don't know, he may respond to this and tell you guys. The way that I sent this to him, just so that you guys know, this is one of the ways to do it. And I think it made it easier for him as soon as he figured out where he could find a place to drop it off at. Was I paid for everything to be shipped to him. And I put it in a separate box with some other stuff that he got, which I think you guys saw, all the flat cars that he got. But I was able to prepay the return shipping. And he can tell you guys, I think it worked out pretty good because all he had to do was put it back into the box and then the box was sent to me. The experience with FedEx wasn't that good, but I think the exchange between him and I were pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and run these. All right, model railroaders. So you saw what I got. So now I have to test out to see if any of my stuff works. So the first one that we're going to do is my Jeep 20. So we're going to let that go on the track. And it sounds like it has sound to it. That's good. Now Jason told me he tested all of these and he programmed them. So let's see what happens. Loco 2020. Loco. All right. The bell, loud horn, short horn. Sounds like the dynamic brake. Air compressor. Shutting everything down. 7, not sure what that does. 8 turns everything off. Don't know what 9 does. And we have a light. It's kind of green. You guys can see that. It's a little bit green. All right, so it takes off forward. And we've got lights in the back. Takes off backwards. This is our low speed run. I believe this is the Economy that's in this one. I believe that's the one that he put in there. So it's a little jerky, so it looks like I have to break the motor in a little bit. It's a lot jerky. Okay. See how we do going forward. I see the tracks are a little dirty here too. Oh yeah, they're a lot dirty. We may have to do a track cleaning. Okay. So of course, like everything, I want to do a video when the tracks are dirty. And so that is the Manitui Jeep 20. Gonna let him chill out for a second. Okay. All right. So that one works. Is the Jeep 40, which is an Atlas Master Series locomotive, the FEC. Like I said, the track is a little bit dirty, but I'm not going to go clean it right now. So there's the FEC. So we're going to go program loco. It's the bell. Startup sequence. Let's get the thing started. All right. That's shut down. Go back to startup. I'll have to figure out what all of these things are. I'll get the light working. Okay. Okay, the reverse light works. And Jason set this one up for me. Okay, there's the forward light. Wow, that's dim. So that's kind of neat. Jason kind of set it up so that when it starts off, it does its automatic work. So just so that you guys know, you can do that. Again, this is the Tsunami 2, I believe. It's their latest Tsunami. I got it on sale. We're going to go ahead and there's the sound. Very, very smooth running. I'm going to kick it up a little bit just to get it around. It's coming back, don't worry. And it has nice momentum on it. Wow, it's got a lot of momentum on it. That was kind of going pretty fast. So let me just show you where it's at. Moving nice and slow back over there. I'll get it into view a little bit better. Huh. Wow, that light is just so dim in the front. as compared to the back. Might have to change that out. That's okay. This one actually is supposed to get ditch lights as well to make it all work right. Okay. So that is number 2. All right. So we are back at it again. This is Train Master Silver Jeep 38.2, I believe. You can see it starting up right away. This has got an ESU sound decoder in it. It's actually got one of the older ESU sound decoders in it. Both of these are all ESU, so that makes my entire fleet all ESU fleet. Okay? Now it's funny because I've already got a 2033, so I had to make sure I took that off the tracks. And then this will have, one of them will have to be reprogrammed, obviously, again. But, so let's go. And for these two, Jason didn't have to do as much. They were just a drop and play. So that made it a little bit easier for him. There we go. Connect, disconnect. That should be the front light and lights off. Yep, okay. Alrighty. And he works nicely. Lights come on and all that kind of stuff. Let's take him for a run around the track. Now, like I said, the only problem is that I already have a 2033. So I do have to renumber them. They were going to get renumbered anyway. And he takes off. I'm at like number 4 on my throttle, so he's doing really nicely. And like I said, after all this is done, I'll come back and break these in. And there goes his momentum, which takes him about as far. Okay. It took him halfway along all the way along the curve. So this has been something I've wanted to do for a while, is get the decoders in. So this is my South Carolina PS, and you can see here that this 2033 is already at the Puget Sound and Pacific. But I do have to change out the number boards and the numbers on there, but it's got all of the decals on it that it needs. So that might actually be a little project that I do over the weekend, or over the week that I'm on vacation. Okay, and now the last engine is the supercharged engine. We're going to turn him the other way just to be different. I think I just put in the wrong number when I got him. There's the bell. Get started up. So there we go. They all work. I'm pretty happy with what happened. I have to clean some track. It looks like the ESUs will have to be adjusted when I figure out how to do all of that at some point in time. But again, so this is kind of a little advertisement for Jason. You know, give him an IM, you know, personal message him or whatever and all that kind of stuff if you have some work that wants to be done. He might have a backlog, but his prices are reasonable and he does his work pretty good and his turnaround time isn't too bad. So, there you go, everybody. This is Steve87 saying thanks for your patience and watching, and that would be almost my full fleet of Puget Sound and Pacific trains. Thanks a lot for watching.